Welcome to our kitchen. Today we prepare an ancient Roman flatbread with moretum, a flavorful dish made with cheese, garlic and fresh herbs. The ingredients for the flatbread are white wheat flour, sea salt and water. Then we need garlic, olive oil, white wine vinegar, aged cheese, and then the fresh herbs. A bit of rue, a strongly aromatic and slightly bitter herb, the tops of young celery, and cilantro. Fresh herbs are the most important ingredients in this recipe, but if you don't have some of these herbs, you can substitute them with other fresh herbs. First, we prepare the bread. We mix the flour with a pinch of salt and warm water, and knead until we reach a smooth consistency. Now we form a thin disc. We can use just our hands, as in the original recipe, or use a rolling pin for a more regular surface. Then we use a knife to make a light cross sign without cutting through. This is a simple unleavened bread. The most interesting thing is the cooking technique that we'll see later. Now we pound with the mortar 4 cloves of garlic with a pinch of coarse sea salt. You can leave out salt if you use a really salty cheese. This preparation was called moretum in Latin. Several recipes survived, and any author had his own recipe. But they always used cheese and aromatic herbs pounded with a mortar. Then we add the cheese. We used an aged pecorino, but other moretum recipes call for fresh cheese, and you can use sheep, goat or cow cheese. Different cheeses will change the consistency of the moretum. For this moretum, we aim at a consistency that will allow us to shape the moretum into a ball. Now we finely mix the herbs. This step is not described in the original recipe, but it will help us to grind them in the mortar. Then we pound the herbs with the cheese and garlic. We found this really interesting recipe in a short poem by an anonymous Latin author. This work in the past was attributed to Publius Vergilius Maro, known in English as Virgil. The recipe is really detailed and is part of the description of the usual morning of a farmer. In this part of the poem, the farmer prepares his meal before going to work in the fields. Then we add a bit of vinegar and olive oil, and we mix everything together until we reach a smooth consistency. We shape a ball with our hands and the moretum is ready. Now we cook the flatbread. We place the bread under a testum and cover it with charcoal. Testum is a terracotta cooking vessel widely used in ancient Rome. A sort of portable oven used to cook bread both leavened and unleavened, and also other dishes. You can cook this bread in a regular oven or in a pan. Now we are ready to serve. This flavorful and aromatic dish is a delicious way to rediscover an interesting part of the life of an ancient Roman farmer.